Welcome to your new Volkswagen ID3. Today I'm going to run through some of the essential features and functions of your new car to help get you up and running. To start with, you unlock the car using either the buttons on the key, or if you have a model with keyless entry, by pressing the handles with the key on your person. The charge port for the car is on the rear left wing and is unlocked using the central locking for the car. To charge the car, you simply insert the charging lead into the top part of the socket. The light bar at the bottom of the windscreen will illuminate green to indicate the car is successfully charging. The second part of the socket is for CCS rapid charging at somewhere like the motorway services. To insert the CCS charge lead, you need to remove the bottom bung to reveal the combined socket. To release the charging cable, press the unlock button on the key. You will hear the cable unlock and it can be simply pulled out. All our cars are supplied as standard with a 3-pin charging lead you can use to charge your car from any normal domestic main socket. This cable you will find in the boot of your car when it is delivered to you. While we're in the boot of the car, it's worth mentioning that the roadside tyre repair kit that we provide can be found in this section under the boot floor.
Now we'll take a look at things inside the car.
The ID3 has what is called a proximity key, so it only needs to be present in the car for you to be able to turn it on. To start the car, you just need to press the foot brake and you will see the car wake up on the dash screen. The car is now started, but it remains in park, so it isn't going anywhere yet. To put the car in gear, apply the foot brake and move the gear selector behind the steering wheel forwards for drive or backwards to reverse. The gear you are in is displayed on the far right hand side of the dash screen. Ready is displayed on the dash screen when the car is on and in gear ready to drive.
The ID3 has two drive modes, a D and a B mode. If you move the gear selector forward once, you'll be in the car's D mode, which stands for drive mode, and in that mode the car will coast very much like a regular car once you lift your foot off the accelerator.
If you move the gear selector forwards a second time, the D will change to a B on the screen and you will be in the car's B mode.
In this mode, the car will automatically slow itself when you take your foot off the accelerator. At the same time, it's adding the optimum amount of charge back into the battery, what's known as regenerative braking. The ID3 has an electronic handbrake with an auto hold function. What that means is the car will automatically disengage the handbrake when you're in gear and you touch the throttle. The car in turn will then reapply the handbrake when the car comes to a standstill and you touch the foot brake for a second.
You will know that auto hold has been applied as it will display illuminated green on the dash display. The wipers can be controlled using the traditional stalk on the right of the steering wheel. The wiper rate can be adjusted by clicking the switch at the top of the stalk. Click back one for rear wipers, rear screen washer is activated by pushing the stick away from you, and front washers by pulling it towards you. The left stalk is for indicators and full beam headlights. Push the lever forward to set to auto full beams and pull it quickly towards you to flash. The lights are also controlled by this cluster of buttons to the left of the dash screen by pressing the mode button. I suggest you leave them set to auto. Fog lights as well as front and rear screen demisters are also controlled here. Your adaptive cruise control functions are on the left hand side of the steering wheel. You press the top right button to turn on the smart adaptive cruise control and then the set button to activate it. The smart cruise system will be able to identify the speed limit of the stretch of road you are on and will self-adjust accordingly. The central button enables you to set the distance you like to keep between you and the vehicle in front. There is also a cruise control visualization on the left hand side of the dash display.
To access and alter some of your driver assistance settings, such as auto braking, lane assist, and your smart adaptive cruise control, you press the assist button just below the media screen.
You select the item by clicking the blue graphics on the touchscreen. The right hand buttons are your media controls and for altering the dash screen split display, and also your voice activation and phone controls. The heating system can be controlled through the media center. However, if you have dual zone temperature controls, they are set using these slider buttons underneath the touchscreen. Press the climate button under the touchscreen to bring up the very impressive heating system controls.
The smart climate control, if you have it on your car, has some really cool settings in it. You've also got classic climate control, which is your more standard heating control settings in a much more familiar way.
There is also an auto setting here, as well as your heated steering wheel and heated seats.
The mode button brings up the different driving modes where you can set it from sport to eco, depending how zippy you like your car to be over how far you like it to go in terms of range.
The infotainment system is a touchscreen. If you press a widget, it takes that item, such as sat-nav, to full screen. You can also swipe left and right, left to bring up the menu and right to display some of the other useful screen items and settings.
Perhaps the most important thing to know when using the media center is this square symbol on the right hand side. If you press it, It brings up your menu, and if you press it again, it will take you back to the home screen.
Also, if you're on a screen where this square is replaced by a circle with a cross in it, you press this to then return to the previous screen.
Now I'll quickly go through some of the various menu sections. Telephone brings up the phone menu. If you haven't got a phone connected here, this is where you can connect it. If you are connected, it will bring up this screen where you can access and dial numbers. To store a number in your favourites, click your contacts and then click add favourite and then add the number to store.
Radio brings up your radio menu. The stations are listed here, and to store a station, select it, and when it is displayed, press the heart button and then the plus symbol. Media, this brings up your audio media screen where you can select what you want to play your media from. Navigation brings up the sat-nav, and it's a nice sat-nav in the ID3. To navigate, click destination. You can set your home and work address and other favourites in the favourites section. To add a destination to your favourites, click the heart icon on the right hand side of the screen after you had entered a destination. There are quite a few bits to show you under the vehicle settings. Charging, in here you can set whether you want the car to charge for 100% or less. Charging to 80% or less will help you maintain your long-term battery health. Locations, here you can save a location as a preferred charging destination. Vehicle, there is loads of settings and things in here and too much to go through within the scope of this video, but you press the buttons labelling parts of the car inside and out to adjust the various available settings. I suggest you just sit with this for a bit and press all the buttons and set everything to your preference. Status is where you can check and reset tyre pressures, as well as see when the car's next service is due. Driving data is the last button, and this brings up your trip computer, and you press the 0.0 in the circle on the right to reset. Sound, in here you can adjust the bass and treble, etc. Background, here you can alter the background theme display on the media screen. Help is also a useful help menu for you to go through at your leisure or as required. Stat aircon, in here you can program and set the car to warm itself up before you head off to work each day, for example. To set this up, you set your relevant departure time and the days for which you wish it to be activated. You can do this for up to 2 different times, in case you leave for work at different times on different days. Definitely spend a bit of time with your new car scrolling through the various menus and pressing all the buttons to familiarise yourself with everything, in what is quite an easy system to use in fact. Once you've concluded your drive, press the park button at the end of the gear selector. There is a start-stop button on the right-hand side of the steering column, however the car will automatically turn itself off when you lock it.
I hope this short video helps you get going with your new Volkswagen ID3. If you need any further assistance, please do get in touch, as we're always on hand and happy to help our customers. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoy your new car.